Hi, this is Module 2, and this is where we're going to look at from being hardwired to heartwired. And heartwired is where we live a joyful life and we are green light living, if you will. So we're going from red light to green light living. Distinguishing between reactive behavior and responsive behavior is really critical for long-term change and success of green light living. We need to be able to visualize what is happening in our brain to bring self-awareness about our hardwiring to a conscious level in order to create and lead a life of positivity and action on a consistent, sustainable basis. So we need to access, and I think the best way is just to visualize when something's happening and know that we can make that choice. And we have a safe space to do it. This self-awareness, ability to regulate our emotions, to choose, supports self-regulation and metacognitive thinking strategies. Again, metacognition is thinking about our thinking. So it's a place where we stop and we decide how we're going to proceed. We've just reviewed some components of our hardwiring, in fact, quite a few, and now we're going to take a look at what it looks, feels, and sounds like when we're able to regulate our emotions and access our thinking brain. Hardwired people literally get to the heart of what matters to them. They are in the gain. We talked about Dan Sullivan's gap and the gain. So again, hardwired people, green light living people are in the gain. They are the architect of their own lives. They are able to predict a future that they love because they've created it. They own their ability to make choices. Again, so you're owning your ability to make choices. You've made responsive, thoughtful decisions. And people feel comfortable being around people in the gain because they're kind, generally thoughtful, proactive, people who set expectations and boundaries and have or have learned to have and be psychologically flexible. Hardwired people feel better and thrive. They really thrive on being alive. They have a reason to wake up every morning and are literally on their feet and ready to go 99% of the time. Of course, we all have our moments. They measure progress backwards. When very emotional events happen or when trauma has happened, they've learned to convert these experiences into lessons learned. So they reframe experiences so that they can move forward and not be stuck in the past. Hardwired people are driven internally, playing their own game, not competing against anyone else. These people develop habits. Thanks again to BJ Fogg for his tiny habits, because small is powerful. Habits are pre-planned responses, again, responses to make lives work better and be more joyful. I choose and have chosen for some time now, but in a more effective way to people thanks to BJ Fogg or Dan Sullivan and Benjamin Hardy. I should say thanks to them for the simplicity of what they have taught us. Thank you.